Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. We're across the pond in England this week, and two teams are hoping to show off for an international audience. It's the Ravens going up against the Jaguars.
Thank you very much, Larry. EA Sports coverage of the NFL. The National Football League is here and on the air. A few minutes prior to us coming on air, this crowd was jolted into action with the introduction of these Jaguars. They're set for football as the Jags are ready to match up with the Baltimore Ravens. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. It's brought in here by Willie Snead. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line. Give him 30 yards there. First carry now for Alex Collins. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
He'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. His throw incomplete.
Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't get that done on that play.
Here we go. Green, 39.
Got a man. It's complete. Williams. Shy of the 10. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion. And the defense with their backs against the wall a little bit here as the offense is in the red zone.
Here we go.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Flush to his right. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
I don't know about you, but I can hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
Let's go. Green, 39. Green, 39.
They'll set up to throw. He's got the hook up to John Brown to the right side. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
They threw the screen to the perimeter, but to no benefit at all. Tackled behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of yardage.
3rd and 15 here after the 1st and 2nd down plays went in the wrong direction. Looking to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow them to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let them get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert up 4th. And he missed it. It's no good. And this will remain a scoreless game. Well, that hollow metal sound is the bane of any kicker's existence. And here, that sound is going to keep our game scoreless.
And you can see him give that body English as the ball was in the air. Come on, baby, come on. But no dice that time.
Defense showing blitz.
Here we go. 319. 319. Now
of a rookie out of Tennessee. This is Alvin Kamara. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
On 2nd down, Kamara. And an alley to run. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. 20. They caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jags have taken the early lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there, we've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
The tight end, Max Williams, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Caught right side, it's Snead. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore 1st down.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? Now Collins. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, and that was a safety that came through and made the play. But there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker. And we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. Now back to throw. Man open left side is Brown. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 16 yards on that one and a Raven 1st.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him? Either fellow receivers or offensive linemen. That makes that play a really nice timing play. And sometimes it can break big.
And he's got it across midfield and down to about the 47-yard line. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. So 2nd down, 3 yards to go now. And again, it's Collins. And the ball is knocked out. And the Jags grab it. And some room to work. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. Didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
They go play action here on 1st down. He's going to float this one deep right side. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but As you said, incomplete. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
So 3rd and 5, defensively expecting pass. They've got 6 DBs out there.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39. Over.
They'll drop the throw. On the check down, he finds Kamara. 4 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. So they recover the fumble but could not take advantage of the short field. They do get 3.
And no one ever turns down 3 points going up on the board, but the offense will go to the sidelines wondering what if, while the defense on the other side, they'll celebrate holding them to just a field goal after giving up such bad field position.
Here comes the Raven offense now, ready for another possession. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line so they felt they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Calais Campbell in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
Calais Campbell, all 6 feet 8 inches of him, signed away from Arizona in the offseason. He's going to be a mainstay, the defensive front for Jacksonville.
8 sacks last year, hoping to build off that. Those 8 sacks were just one off his career high.
Yeah, he's an excellent player, whole lot of man.
He'll look to throw. Looking deep downfield. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. He's at the 30. And a big gain that time. He's out of bounds on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Alongside the former defensive back Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Jaguar football as we begin quarter number 2. They take over 1st and 10 in excellent field position here. And they'll start this drive with very good field position. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
They'll try the right side with Collins. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
Flushed out right. And some space here. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 10 yards there. Good enough for a Raven first down.
Obviously, a big play was needed. And you can see his eyes light up as he realized there's absolutely no one in front of him. And he takes off and goes a long way. Not only does he pick up a first down, but a big gain to boot.
Let's go.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Calais Campbell in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon.
Let's get you now, Barney.
He'll drop to throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right.
Set. Blue 90. Blue 90.
And he motions the wide receiver.
Over.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. A rough couple of weeks for the man under center. 5 sacks last week, 4 now this week. Do you try to design some quicker developing plays if you're an offensive coordinator?
I think you do that. I think you also change his launch point at times. In other words, move your pocket to the right, to the left, roll him out, bootleg him. Do some different things so they can't just rely on the fact that he's going to take 3 to 5 steps back in the pocket and line up and throw the football.
Yeah, current formula is not working right now. A reminder coming up in the Sunday night game, matchup you don't see very often, a rematch of Super Bowl 18. The Raiders traveling to Washington, and then tomorrow on Monday night we'll see the Cowboys heading to the desert to take on the Cardinals.
Former NFC East rivals.
And some changes here as the D-line separates some. On the ground, this is Kamara. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Detroit! Here we go now.
Back to throw now on first down. He's going to float this one deep right. That's caught at the 25. And give him a gain of 37. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needs
that speed. You have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him, and he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. He's to the 10. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great effort there with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. And now here come the Ravens. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Blair Brown in there to record the second sack of his young NFL career. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Caught left side, Williams. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
And he's got Snead. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. Big chunks of yardage the last few plays, and the Ravens have another first down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he's going to be out of bounds down to the 25. A good pickup there, 26 yards. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now a play fake here on first down. Forced out to his left. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. 57 to go in this first half. Back to more NFL action on EA Sports after this. They'll look to throw here. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Williams. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
The Ravens on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Back to throw here. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Not that we necessarily see this as being in the cards, but worth noting that 21 points would equal their franchise record for largest deficit overcome. Certainly plenty of... And oh, it'll be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And now nothing but green ahead of him. The 40, 30, the 20, 10. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. That pick six extending this lead even further. And boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the
room, try and regroup and come out to start the third quarter. But if things don't improve fast then, I think the backups get a lot of play in the second half.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk is a big decision.
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Barry Church. There he goes left side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Hey, you start to feel sorry now for the young man throwing the football. This is really turning into a disaster.
Listen, it's baptism. All right, this is almost a rite of passage. This young in the league, go back and find a Hall of Fame quarterback and check their records for their first 2 years, especially if they started the bulk of the games. I bet you'll find double-digit interceptions on just about every one of them. They have to learn as they go along.
Fielded about a yard deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. And he's brought down, but following a pretty juke move that gives him the first down. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. They'll look to throw now on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
All right, here we go.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. Denard Robinson, the intended receiver. And now it's 3rd down.
Well, they're slinging it, and then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
That came in hot, but overthrown, out of his reach, and incomplete.
All right, here we go. Gun!
They'll throw now on the final play. Looking deep for Crabtree. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout, as we will send you back stateside to Orlando and say hello to Larry Ridley. He's got our EA Sports halftime report. Larry? This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Out come the Jaguars now as he'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. So the offense looking at a 2nd and 8. They'll look to throw. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
Here's Kamara out of the pistol, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 12. They run it again with Kamara. Takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Hurry up, here we go. Detroit! Detroit!
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. And he brings this up to the 46, good enough for the first. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags first down. They'll look to throw here on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. That's their first time getting to the quarterback, sack number 1. And, you know, they had 5 last week, I'm remembering.
And you have to find a way to slow down the pass rush, not necessarily with just protecting your quarterback, but you show them a lot of different looks, and they did that in the first half. You know, different angles, different things to slow down the speed. They got to him here in the second half. Now they've got to come up with a counter to that and maybe do something different.
A very solid gain of 27. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed.
And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Jaguars. So that's the rookie's first trip to the end zone, and I think it's safe to say one he'll always remember.
Oh, without a doubt. That one is going to be imprinted forever. And nowadays, we're seeing rookies make a greater impact at that position at receiver than ever before. I think mainly because of the sheer volume of footballs that they catch in college.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know, at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use, just something to get you off to a quick start.
They'll begin the drive with Collins. And he loses the football a second time. And now we'll get a timeout. Looks like we've got a Jaguar in some discomfort down there on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They're going to look to throw. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
But plain and simple, that's the second time today that he's dropped a pass.
And that one, I think, maybe even a little easier than the earlier one that he dropped. Surprising.
Was this game announced as a night game prior to it? Maybe his rhythm is just off. He's got thrown off. He's got to wake up, enjoy the sunshine, and go play.
And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll set up a throw. It finds Crabtree for the completion. Michael Crabtree's going to go. And he is into the end end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Michael Crabtree, his second touchdown on the season. And the Ravens, they claw one back. And it's up and good. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And last time out, another touchdown. And I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the fourth quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport.
That's
the roads
true.
to be fairly clear
that is
by the time
one
we have to
positive.
leave the booth.
It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Yeah, the defense definitely showing blitz here. He'll look to throw. And the hook up here with Jalen Strong complete. And he's brought down after a good gain. That goes for a gain of 31.
Now, that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
Looking to throw. Strong grabs it over the middle. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. He got 29 yards that time. He'll look to throw. And his throw is incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
2nd down now after the incompletion. They'll run it now out of the gun. Fights off the defender. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down. Back to throw. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Well, they went with the nickel. They throw in an extra defensive back. Coverage was very good.
Yeah, it was exactly as you would expect. A passing down. You bring in the nickel package. Just as you described, the coverage was excellent and allowed one of their linemen to end up getting to the quarterback.
So it's a 7-play drive, but it stalls out in the end.
Let's credit the defensive front 7. They were a little leaky at the start of the drive, but they stiffened toward the end.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward. They go play action here on 1st down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 38. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. Maybe he telegraphed it a little bit right there. You've got a cornerback knowing that he's going against a rookie quarterback. He stepped in and picked it.
You think he had a great week of preparation, looking forward to this opportunity? And the second part of that is, when you're a young quarterback, you are going to stare down targets, but oftentimes your playbook hasn't expanded to give you full field reads as well. Makes it a little bit tougher for him.
And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Not much happening there on 1st down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Now let's go. Watch it,
Again, it's Kamara. Only a yard on the gain there as time will run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
All right, here we go.
They'll drop to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. They give him 27 yards on the third down conversion. In the red zone this time. On the counter, here's Kamara. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. And they're definitely showing blitz here.
Here we go. No. Check. Patriot.
Now back to throw. Sliding out of it, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
This is first and goal, and the Jags last year just 8 rushing touchdowns, second fewest in the NFL. Now Kamara, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be second and goal. They come out here in the eye. They'll run it with Kamara. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a third time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
This offense 2 for 2 on third downs on this drive. This is the most important of them all, third and goal. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great play there. His third touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Jaguars are pouring it on. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. And the Ravens taking the field. And last time, 1 play interceptions. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give him a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. He'll drop to throw. He's got his man. It's Williams. And look out, a big hit to the shoulder pads took him right off his feet. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give him 17 on that pickup. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. And my goodness, another interception. He's picked off near his own 48. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Detroit! Detroit! Hurry up, here we go. All right, now. Watch it now, Marty. Over. Back there, Philly.
A man who's been busy this afternoon. It's Kamara again. And he's going to get this one down to the 45. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with 3rd and about 6 yards to go.
But you've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And the stiff arm proved fruitful for a second, but the daylight quickly snuffed out. A short gain there of just 4, and that'll bring up a 4th down.
They dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second, it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a 1st down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. The Ravens offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really handling it, the offensive coordinator. Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. That one was intended for John Brown. And that'll bring up 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first. Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this. First, they go right back to Collins. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Second down, here's an option right. And now a fumble. The ball's out.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
The Ravens on 3rd down. 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. This will be 3rd and 5. Complete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they run successful.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. He'll field this at the 5. And heavy contact. He is knocked down hard. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Jaguars, it's back-to-back victories now after the Week 1 defeat as they move to 2-1. And now it's off to Heathrow as they get set to fly back to the U.S. in a couple hours. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll look to get back on the beam next week as they host the Pittsburgh Steelers. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say cheerio from London. Bye.